Hi Year 6, and here is the text to go with Tuesday's reading lesson. Diego Maradona. A missed-kick clearing attempt floated through the penalty box toward England goalie Peter Shilton, but Diego Maradona, a wily 5'5" forward for Argentina, reached the ball first. Maradona did not hit the ball with his head. Instead, he sneakily touched it with his left hand. The referees did not notice that, though. They only noticed the ball bouncing into the net. The Hand of God was one of the most controversial goals in World Cup history, but it was not Maradona's only legacy from that 1986 World Cup quarter-final match. Just 3 minutes later, he scored the goal of the century, and there was no controversy about that one. Maradona received a pass just short of midfield. In only 3 touches, he escaped 2 defenders and was off down the right sideline. Here's a picture with the caption, Diego Maradona left scores his infamous Hand of God goal against England in the 1986 World Cup. Maradona cut past a defender, and just outside the penalty box he cut to the outside past another one, just before being taken down at the 6-yard box. Maradona slid the ball across the goal line. The 2 goals gave Argentina a 2-1 win over England. A few days later, Argentina won its 2nd World Cup title. Maradona used his smaller size to his advantage. He could charge past opponents like a bull, or he could use his footwork to dance around them like a ballerina. Yet he was a master playmaker as well. At his best, Maradona might have been the greatest ever, but it was also controversial. Maradona was outspoken and rebellious. He struggled with drug abuse and wild lifestyle too. In fact, he was kicked out of the 1994 World Cup for failing a drug test. On the field, however, he was one of a kind. Over here we've got the number 53, which is the number of fouls committed against Diego Maradona during the 1986 World Cup, a record. And here we have a little fact file. Diego Maradona, position forward, hometown Buenos Aires, Argentina, birthday October the 30th, 1960, national team Argentina between 1974 and 94, World Cups 1982, 1986 win, 1990 and 1994. Pro career was from 1976 to 94 and 95 to 97. And here are the teams he played for. Argentina's Juniors, Boca Juniors, Barcelona, Napoli, Sevilla, Newell's Old Boys in Argentina. And the World Cup honours was the Golden Ball in 1986 and the Bronze Ball in 1990. Mia Hamm. Girls did not dream of playing for the US women's soccer team when Mia Hamm was born in 1972. That is because the team did not exist until 1985. Hamm debuted on the team 2 years later, and over the next 17 years she gave a generation of girls something to strive for. A tireless worker, Hamm became the most lethal scorer in women's soccer, and she could just as easily set up her teammates for goals. Her success with the national team helped elevate women's soccer to new heights, and by the time she retired in 2004, she was the iconic female athlete of her generation. Hamm was just 15 years old when she first played for the United States. Few even knew the national team existed for its first decade, but Hamm quietly developed into the dominant player in the sport. She was fast and had great ball control, but her trademark was her killer instinct around the goal. The goals and assists piled up, so did the hardware. Hamm helped the US team win the first Women's World Cup in 1991. Then she helped the team win the sport's first Olympic gold medal in 1996. Nothing compared to the 1999 Women's World Cup, though. Huge crowd cheered the US team to victory on home soil, and much of the attention focused on the personable and potent Hamm. Hamm ended her career with 158 international goals. She also had 144 assists. Those were easily world records. In addition to her 2 Women's World Cups, Hamm also won 2 Olympic gold medals. Her impact went beyond the numbers, though. Hamm's skill and charisma helped women's soccer grow to new heights. Over here we've got 97-3-4, the US women's national team's record in games when Mia Hamm scored. And here we have her fact file. She was the same position as Diego Maradona. She was a forward. Hometown is Selma, Alabama. She was born in March 17, 1972, and she went to the University of North Carolina. Her national team is USA between 1987 and 2004, and the Women's World Cups were 1991 win, 1995 and 1999 win, and 2003. Olympic Games, 1996 she won gold, 2000 and 2004, she won gold. Club team, Washington Freedom USA, and she was World Player of the Year in 2001, 2002. The Women's Award began in 2001. Okay, now it's time to get on with the lesson. See you tomorrow.